Shira Ovide is standing by, tech reporter extraordinaire, author of the Tech Friend newsletter and in the Washington Post as well. And good morning, Shira. Thanks for joining us.
Happy to be here. Thank you.
So, Shira, here's the thing. I don't know if Elon Musk is some secret genius or he is just a human bomb exploding all of his own businesses. Now we find out this morning, and obviously correct us if we're wrong here, that Twitter rebrands with the letter X and Microsoft somehow owns the trademark?
I'm very confused about who exactly owns the trademark. I mean, it's the letter X. It's hard to imagine how you kind of enforce a trademark on a letter, but I am not a trademark attorney. Do not send me letters.
Yeah, so obviously that has to be fought out. But my point earlier, we were talking about this, is for my little production company and anybody that starts a business, you do a name search to make sure that somebody else doesn't own what you're trying to do. Wouldn't that have been done at Twitter?
It's a very good question. One assumes that Twitter and Elon Musk have many lawyers. But you're right. I think it's probably safe to assume that, like many things that happen at the company we call Twitter and at Elon Musk's companies, this happened because the name change is what Elon Musk himself wanted to do, and what Elon wants, Elon gets.
Jane, you and I have talked about this on the air and off the air.
Mm-hmm.
Is he a genius, or does he just fly by the seat of his pants, and he's got so much money he can do that? Even at his level of wealth, having a company he paid $45 billion for be worth about half that's got to be a little annoying when he wakes up in the morning.
And he just spends every single dollar of it, just like, here, you can take this. And I'm curious. I mean, I feel like it's just so many shenanigans have been going on with Twitter since he bought it and this rebranding. Will people still use X as their source of news and a place to put their own opinion? Or do you think because it's this everything app that he's envisioned, that will change and people need to go somewhere else?
Hey, look, that's the big question about Twitter under Elon Musk, right? Is will people use it in larger numbers than they did before he bought it? And can he make more money than Twitter has historically made? We have to remember that Twitter, the company, borrowed many billions of dollars in order for Elon Musk to kind of finance this takeover. It's a company that historically has generated little to no profits. And Elon Musk is going to have to find a way for Twitter to generate a lot more revenue to pay back all the money that Twitter owes banks and other investors in this company. And key to that is getting more people to use Twitter and to pay Twitter money, whatever the company is called. And I think TBD, right? We really don't know the answer, and we probably won't for some time, about whether this high risk, high reward strategy of Elon Musk is going to pay off or not.
Talking to Shira Ovide, Washington Post and the Tech Friend newsletter. So what is this everything app he's talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, look, let's put that in a box, right? I think Musk and a lot of other people in technology, they have these ambitions that are very hard to pull off, right? To sort of take an anchor service or app in one domain and use it to expand it to others, right? So Musk has sort of talked mostly vaguely about turning Twitter also into a sort of financial services and communication app. The model that everybody in the United States points to is WeChat in China, which is in fact this kind of do everything app. It's basically Chinese people's gateway to all kinds of digital services, pay bills, interact with your doctor, order restaurant items. And there is no model, almost no model for that working in the United States. So we'll see what Musk really has in mind. Right now, Twitter is Twitter. It is one thing. It is not a particularly popular or successful social network. And so we'll see if that's enough of an anchor to expand into other services.
So Facebook Threads has been up now for a couple of weeks. Huge numbers of users so far. Too early to call it a success?
Yeah, I think all of these things, right, we'll see. In the past few years, we've seen this history of kind of new things, new social networks or new online ideas starting, getting this initial phase of hotness and then fizzling out. We saw that in Clubhouse, which was this audio-only chat room. we saw that with Be Real, this kind of app where it challenged you to take a kind of spontaneous selfie or spontaneous photo once a day. And these were like cool ideas that people gravitated to. And then in a few months, they kind of lost interest. So we'll see what happens with Threads. And also TikTok. Go ahead.
No, please, TikTok.
Well, I was just mentioning that TikTok in the last day or so announced the ability to basically post text only or text with sort of annotation, which sort of seems like a Twitter-ish competitor. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm still doing Be Real. Should I stop? Is that out?
I don't want to shame you. If you love it, keep going. I'm just telling you that a lot of people have stopped being real.
Oh, that's because it's too hard to be real. So we really don't know. I mean, if you got Threads as this new kid on the block, TikTok is here to stay, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. It seems like Facebook is where that one's been there the longest.
Look, there's no guarantees on the internet, right? No guarantees of longevity, but it is true. You have to give Facebook credit for, despite many problems and despite people saying that they hate using Facebook for literally the entire history of Facebook, it remains an enduring social media property, and it's sort of this anchor social media identity for lots of people between Facebook and WhatsApp in many countries and Instagram.
The interesting thing, Shira, and again, we encourage you to get the Tech Friend newsletter and read Shira in the Washington Post and wherever she shows up in your world. But the interesting thing to me is, they always say, don't get into show business to be rich and famous. Get into show business because you love to act, you love to talk, you love to do whatever as a performer. But there has to be companies that develop in Silicon Valley just for the hope of being bought, because the whole business still seems to be investment banking. We buy 10 of these, and if one of them pops, we make our money back.
That's right. I think that is the investment model of Silicon Valley, and it has been for a long time, right? That you fail a lot, but if you win one, that turns out to be the next Facebook or Google or one of these other superstar companies, then all of your failures don't matter.
Shira Ovide, she knows more than we do.
She does.
And we need her to tell us what we don't know so that we do know.
True.
You know what? There's your slogan, Shira. I just wrote your slogan. Maybe drop the part
I'm
about
smarter than you doesn't seem like a really great slogan, to be honest with you. But,
you have to have somebody else say it. She's smarter than us.
You can use me saying it. How about that?
Yeah.
Shira, thanks for coming on. I enjoy your work, and I appreciate your time.
Yeah, thanks, Shira.
Happy to be here. Thank you.
Shira Ovide in the Washington Post, and you can easily sign up for the Tech Friend newsletter right there.